Imagine cruising up a steep hill with a smile, feeling the breeze as the city rushes by without breaking a sweat. Or perhaps you relish the burn in your legs, powering yourself purely with pedal and determination. These are the two worlds of bicycles, the traditional, human-powered regular bikes and the modern, electrified e-bikes. Each brings unique advantages and experiences to riders of all ages and backgrounds. As cities embrace eco-friendly travel and individuals seek new ways to stay healthy and connected, the debate between e-bikes and regular bikes is more relevant than ever. Here, we'll explore their main differences across key categories to help you decide which fits your needs, your lifestyle, and your adventures. Power source. The most fundamental difference between an e-bike and a regular bike lies in how they're powered. Regular bikes rely entirely on the rider's physical effort. You pedal to move forward, to climb hills, and to maintain speed. All energy comes from your own muscles, making the ride as challenging or as leisurely as you choose. E-bikes, on the other hand, combine human power with an electric motor and battery. This motor can provide pedal assistance that kicks in as you cycle, giving you a boost, especially helpful on hills during acceleration or when carrying heavy loads. While you still pedal on an e-bike, the effort required is reduced, expanding the horizon of what feels possible on two wheels. Weight. A regular bike is typically lightweight, often ranging between 10 to 15 kilograms, thanks to slimmer frames and the absence of electronics. This makes it easy to carry upstairs, mount onto a car rack, or squeeze into a bike locker. For city dwellers or anyone who needs to store their bike in tight spaces, weight can be a meaningful advantage. E-bikes, however, are generally much heavier, usually tipping the scales at 18 to 32 kilograms or more. The added weight comes from the motor, battery, and reinforced frame. While this might make them harder to haul upstairs or into an apartment, the motor's assistance typically offsets this extra mass when riding, so you're unlikely to notice it while in motion. Fitness. Cycling has always been celebrated as a form of exercise, but the impact differs between bike types. On a regular bike, all movement depends on your own effort, making it an effective workout for the cardiovascular system, muscles, and overall endurance. Regular cycling builds leg strength, stamina, and aids in calorie burning. E-bikes still provide exercise. After all, you're pedaling, but the intensity is dialed down due to the motor's assistance. While you might not get as strenuous a workout as with a regular bike, studies suggest e-bike riders actually tend to ride longer and more often, leading to comparable long-term health benefits. For those seeking moderate activity or recovering from injury, the e-bike offers access to fitness on their terms. Range. How far you can go before needing a break or a recharge is a practical concern for any cyclist. A regular bike's range is theoretically unlimited. It ends only when your stamina or time runs out. Rides can be interrupted only by fatigue, making very long journeys challenging unless you're a well-trained cyclist. E-bikes, meanwhile, are bound by battery life. Depending on the battery size and mode used, a single charge can take a rider anywhere from 20 to 50 miles, sometimes more with premium models. This distance is usually sufficient for commuting, errands, or a weekend adventure, and it eliminates the worry of arriving tired or sweaty. However, you must plan your trips around available charging opportunities, lest you find yourself pedaling a heavy, unassisted bike home. Maximum speed. Speed is fun, but also a point of regulation. On a regular bike, your top speed depends solely on your fitness, terrain, and riding style. Experienced cyclists can sustain speeds of 15 to 20 miles per hour, with bursts higher on flat or downhill stretches. E-bikes often come with a speed limit for motor assistance, commonly capped at 20 to 28 miles per hour, depending on local laws. Once this speed is reached, the motor stops providing help and the bike functions as a regular bike, albeit a heavier one. The motor's power, however, does allow most riders to sustain higher average speeds with less effort, something especially noticeable on commutes or longer rides. Accessibility. Regular bikes favor those with a moderate baseline of fitness and physical ability. Long distances, steep hills, or physical limitations can limit who feels comfortable using one for transportation. E-bikes break down many of these barriers. Motor assistance makes riding up hills or across town accessible even to those who might not have the leg strength or cardiovascular fitness needed for regular biking. Older adults, people returning to exercise after injury, or those with modest fitness levels often find e-bikes liberating, reaching destinations once out of reach and joining group rides with family and friends without fear of being left behind. Climbing hills. Talk to any cyclist and you'll find strong feelings about hills. For regular bike riders, hills represent a challenge and sometimes an obstacle. Conquering a steep gradient is satisfying but also physically demanding, often causing fatigue or sweat. E-bikes shine here. The electric motor offers a tangible push, rendering even daunting hills manageable. Many urban cyclists find this feature transformative, turning what was once a strenuous slog into an easy cruise. This enhanced hill climbing ability opens up routes and neighborhoods that might otherwise be avoided on a regular bike. Commutes. Commuting by bike can save money, reduce stress, and add exercise to your day, but the experience varies between bike types. Regular bikes offer a cost-effective, eco-friendly commute, but may leave you sweaty and in need of a shower, especially on hot days or longer rides. E-bikes reduce the sweat factor considerably, making them ideal for longer commutes or for those who wish to arrive fresh at the office. They're especially popular in hilly cities or for people who have longer distances to tackle. The option to toggle the assistance level allows you to decide how much effort you want to exert each day. Maintenance. Simplicity is a hallmark of regular bikes. Fewer parts mean fewer things that can go wrong. Maintenance typically involves cleaning, tire care, lubrication, and an occasional tune-up. This keeps ongoing costs low and makes it possible for many riders to perform minor repairs themselves. E-bikes are more complex, with added components like the motor, battery, display, and electronics. These require specialized care and, should something go wrong, often professional attention. The battery, in particular, has a limited lifespan and must eventually be replaced. This translates to higher maintenance costs and, at times, longer downtimes. Initial cost. Affordability is an area where regular bikes have a clear edge. A decent entry-level model can be purchased for a few $100s, and ongoing expenses are minimal. Used bikes can be even more budget-friendly, helping more people enjoy cycling. E-bikes demand a significantly higher upfront investment. Quality models typically start at over $1,000 and climb into several thousands for advanced versions. The higher initial price tag reflects not only the technology inside, but also the growing demand for electric personal transport. While maintenance and battery replacement add to the cost, many riders justify the expense with savings on car transportation or public transit. Storage and portability. If you live in a multi-story building or need to frequently transport your bike by car or public transit, regular bikes are more convenient. Their lighter weight and slim design mean they're easy to lift, store in hallways, or park in tight spots. E-bikes, being bulkier and heavier, are more challenging in these scenarios. Lifting one into a fifth-floor walk-up or hoisting it onto a car rack can be a struggle. That said, some newer e-bike models focus on compactness and portability, helping bridge this gap, but these features often add to the cost. Regulations. Most places consider regular bikes as straightforward as walking, ride them on bike paths, through parks, on roads, with few restrictions aside from usual traffic laws. Because they are human-powered, rules are minimal. E-bikes face a different regulatory landscape. Many regions impose age restrictions, licensing requirements, speed limits, or ban e-bikes from certain bike trails. These rules exist to ensure safety and fairness for all users. So before buying or riding an e-bike, it's important to research your local laws and guidelines. Aesthetics and design. There's an undeniable charm to the classic silhouette of a regular bike. Right, minimalist lines, simplicity, and timeless appeal. Regular bikes come in various designs, but generally maintain a light and unobtrusive look. E-bikes tend to be bulkier to accommodate the motor and battery. Some flaunt their futuristic tech styling, while others try to hide their powered components to look more like traditional bikes. Design is rapidly evolving in the e-bike market, resulting in sleeker, more integrated appearances, though some extra bulk persists to house the necessary electronics. Conclusion. Ultimately, the choice between an e-bike and a regular bike depends on your needs, preferences, and circumstances. E-bikes are perfect for those who want longer, easier rides, need help with hills, or seek a sweat-free commute. They open cycling to broader groups and transform daily transport. Regular bikes deliver simplicity, affordability, and the pure joy of cycling, providing a powerful workout with zero emissions. Whether you crave the challenge or the convenience, cycling, by pedal or by motor, remains one of the smartest, healthiest, and most sustainable choices available today.